What is going on, guys? My name is Brady Clockengay, your host, and welcome back to another episode of The Peace Talk, a podcast about the people. What we aim to create here is a healing process for those involved in a safe, comfortable environment. I, Brady Clockengay, will ask our guests a few questions centered around something they went through in life that perhaps they struggled with. Maybe they came to a solution, or maybe they haven't yet. But through these series of questions and open, free-flowing conversation, we come to a solution together. So either way, whether they've come to a solution on their own or on the show, it's a learning and healing process for us all. This is special because, as you know, we all have our own unique situations, but more than likely, the emotions we experience through those situations are the same or similar to someone else's experiences. Our lives are obviously unique to ourselves, but similar in many fashions too, which is where the magic and healing happens. We can learn best from each other, which brings us closer as a collective, knowing we go through the same emotions and circumstances, and we can all become the best versions of ourselves. It is my honor and pleasure to be speaking in front of you all today, and without further ado, let's get into it. Hey, Brady again. Just wanted to do one more heads up before we get into this first episode. When I initially recorded this audio file, it went on to my YouTube. And so in and throughout this episode, you'll hear me talking about how I've always wanted to create a YouTube and things along that line. I'll be using the word YouTube. But I just want you guys to know that through creating this, through posting videos on my YouTube, it actually inspired me to create my podcast because I got such good and pleasant reviews from people that I shared it with. And now I am using this audio file as the first episode because I feel like it really shows what it looks like to get vulnerable and how I would never ask you guys to do anything that I wouldn't first do myself. So again, I just wanted you guys to be aware of that I'll be using the verbiage of I wanted to create a YouTube, but just know again that it inspired me to also finally create this podcast that I've always wanted to do as well. So every time I say I wanted to create my YouTube, know that I meant YouTube and podcast. Anyways, thank you guys. I'm blessed that you're here listening, and let's get into the first episode. All right, what is going on, guys? My name is Brady Clockengay, as you can see by the YouTube channel name. But I have always wanted to start a YouTube channel. Just kind of, I don't know, always been either afraid or either afraid or just felt like I didn't have the time to do it, or just maybe even a little bit of laziness. But I've had a lot of time on my hands. I'm sure a lot of us have had a lot more times on our hands since this whole quarantine thing has happened. And I just went through a little transformation the other night. Maybe I'll talk a little bit on that later. But I went through a little transformation the other night, and I'm just feeling a little inspired to start this channel. And I want to challenge myself. For all of you that are here with me along the journey, thank you. I'm grateful for you. Even if I just get one view on this first video, that's all that matters. But even if I get 0, I'm gonna keep going. I keep driving, keep striving for greatness. And I know one thing that I definitely want to do is I just want to be, that place where you can kind of go to if you're kind of feeling alone or down in the dumps, or you just feel like you need somebody to talk to. As I've said a few times now, like I had nothing but time. So, if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here for you. I'm always, for the most part, on my computer. So I have my own Discord server. I'll link that in the description down below. So if you ever want to hop in there and just talk to me, text me or voice chat me, I'm here. That's definitely something that I want to be, you know, a center stone, cornerstone, whatever the proper verbiage is. I want that to be a focus of this channel. Is definitely just being a community, being a place where people can go to, whether, you know, again, they feel like they need someone to talk to, or if they just want to, you know, place to chill out and be with other like-minded individuals. Um, so yeah, I'll probably definitely do like some sort of, you know, it being about not just me, but you guys as well. You know, obviously without you guys, the viewers, this channel is nothing. So, I mean, regardless of that, like I want it to be about you guys as well. You know, I've definitely been through um, things in my life. Just small disclosure, and I won't go into all the details right now. Maybe we'll dive deeper into it later as this channel progresses. But growing up, I didn't have the best relationship with my mother. I don't want to, you know, call anybody out or anything like that, but you know, there's a lot of traumas that lie there, and I don't want it to that to take the main focus of this video. But I know what it's like. What I'm getting at is I know what it's like to feel like you're all alone or you don't have anyone to turn to. You know, especially when the person you feel like you should be able to turn to most wasn't always there. Um, was there, but you know, we had our differences. Better now, but hopefully that relationship gets even better as time progresses. That's what I hope for. A little bit about myself. I'm 26 years old. I have a beautiful little boy named Apollo. He's 22 months. I'm sure you guys will see him in a lot of these videos because, as I mentioned, I'm going to be, you know, uploading every single day, and I'm officially a full-time dad right now. So he's gonna definitely be in the videos, and I hope that doesn't take away from the quality of or like what you guys get out of this. Him, you know, running around in the background and being loud for when that does happen. But I'll do my best to, you know, set it up with my partner to, you know, make sure, you know, that doesn't happen. But if it does, you know, he's a beautiful little boy. He's a good boy. But again, he's 22 months old, so you know he's a little rambunctious at times. But as I mentioned, I have my partner. Her name is Victoria. She's a beautiful woman, probably the hardest worker I've ever met in my entire life. She's 25. I couldn't be more grateful to have her in my life, not only from just an emotional standpoint, but obviously with what we're going through right now. You know, she does her own. She has her own Pilates business. She has her own YouTube as well. I can also link that description if you guys ever want to check it out. She does a lot of home workouts, but she's able to keep us afloat in these times, and I'm very grateful for that. I was working at Nintendo before this all happened, but we you know, parted our ways, and you know, it all happens for a reason. And again, like I said in the beginning of this video, this is something that I've always wanted to do, and I've always wanted to pursue something more creative anyway, and kind of do my own thing. I've always been that type of person where I've kind of always liked to do my own thing anyway. So even though Nintendo was fun and it was a good opportunity, now I have this opportunity to kind of do my own thing, you know, be my own boss, I guess you could say. You know, stand up on my own 2 feet and make a living and provide for my family. That's the end goal for this. You know, I want this YouTube channel to eventually transform into something big that we can all share and do together, and really, you know, change people's lives together. You know, my life, your guys' life, and everyone else in between. I want to do beautiful things with this channel. I want to have a lot of influence and just really like my end goal. I have a lot of other business ideas that I'd like to do that will require some more capital than where I am right now, but that I would like to do down the road. But again, my end goal is always to make sure that nobody ever feels alone. You know, there's a lot going on right now, and even outside of COVID, you know, there's a lot of people that are dealing with situations that if they just had someone to talk to or shoulder to lean on or someone just to listen to them, I feel like they could really overcome those situations and make some beautiful things happen. They just need a little help climbing out of that hole, and someone being there is all they need. And I just realized that my lips are kind of chapped. I'll put some chapstick on. You know, maybe I'll do some right now. Hold on. All right. See, not perfect, but yeah, 10 minutes in, just realized that. But anyway, yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of situations where people feel like, or if people had someone, a community to surround them, they could crawl out of what seems impossible to overcome. I know I definitely felt that way. I know I definitely could have used something like this growing up. So that's my goal. That's what I've always wanted to do, and through this channel, I hope to accomplish that goal and just have a good time with you guys. You know, there's just so many things that I want to do to help people, and through helping people, heal myself as well, obviously. But yeah, I really feel like this is a good starting point for that. It's a good place where people can go and you know, kind of just sit back and reset after a long day or, you know, a heated situation they just got into. Gary Vaynerchuk is somebody that I kind of look up to when it comes to you know, creating content or just getting out there and hustling and doing something. And he he talks about all the time. He's like, don't worry about creating the perfect thing right off the bat. Like, just get out there and do it. Get out there and start creating, putting content out there. You know, give your chance the ability to learn from your mistakes and go to new lengths from there. I think it's gonna be beautiful. I have a good feeling about this. This may sound kind of cheesy, but it just kind of came to mind. But I just felt the need to say that anyone out there right now that's watching this, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. But what I wanted to say is I love you. I may not know you, but I genuinely mean that. I love you. You know, you're good people, and everyone deserves, you know, the chance to live the life that they've always wanted to live their life to the fullest. And I hope to do that too. You know, let's do that together. Let's create that destiny for ourselves together. I know I talked about this earlier, but I had this healing experience that happened. If you guys would like to hear more about that, maybe I can talk about that in another video, or I don't know, maybe I could just talk about it right now. Fuck it, let's talk about it right now. So there is a I guess an academy or a community that my partner and I just joined. It's called RBA. It stands for Rich Babe Academy. This wonderful lady, Catherine, is the owner and founder of it. Can't remember her last name, pardon me, but she's a beautiful soul. She has wonderful energy, and she basically created the one that we joined was a money manifestation, and basically, it's just learning the art of manifesting money into your life, and realizing that money is just another form of energy, and that there is enough to go around for everybody. We just started. We're only had our first module, so I don't have too much to say about that right now. But one of the transforming experience that I had in the first week is she does a hypnosis exercise, and she has a bunch of certifications in this, so she's not just doing it to do it. And then she also teamed up with other professionals to create this audio file. But it's a guided hypnosis session where you go in and essentially reprogram your subconscious around money and abundance, and that you are worthy of it. And a lot of the blockages that exist around you bringing abundance into your life is the root of it has to do with the first 7 years of your life. So the first 0 to 7 years of life really determines how you act throughout the rest of your life into your adulthood. And if you had some sort of traumatic experience that you may not be consciously aware of, but is very alive in your subconscious, it's going to hold you back. And one of those parts is of the hypnosis is talking to your inner child. And first off, I wasn't always a believer of hypnosis stuff either, but I learned that in order for it to have good effects, is you have to kind of just free yourself up to the vulnerability of going deep into this hypnosis and trusting that it's going to do well for you. Otherwise, it's not going to have any effect on you. It only has as much power as you allow it to have, just like anything else in life. Obviously that's easier said than done, but your mind is so much more powerful than what we believe. Anyway, a part of it was talking to your inner child and telling them what they needed to hear as a child to get through whatever trauma happened to them that's caused all these blockages in your adult life. And it was very interesting how this all happened. So she has us go to the front door of the house that we grew up in, as those first 7 years, whatever house that was. And you arrive at the front door, and there I was at the front door. I walk in, and then she has you go up to the room that you yourself grew up in, and you stand there, and has you look at the handle of the door. And this is my first time trying to say this in words, like what happened, so bear with me. But she has you look at the handle, you open it up, you walk in, and then you see your childhood self in the bed. And you kind of just like look at each other and you lock eyes, and she has a series of questions that she has you ask your inner child, and a lot of those are surrounding like, are you happy? And I had no idea how sad my inner child was. And when I asked myself, my inner child, the questions around, are you happy? He told me no. He told me he was sad. He's scared. And he didn't know what to do about it. And I kid you not, like, my eyes are, shut because I'm in this hypnosis state. But like I'm crying tears down my face through my closed eyes. I didn't even know that you could do that, but through my closed eyes, I'm just crying tears down my face because I see how much pain my inner child is in. And long story short of it is, after you ask him, like, are you happy or not? Sorry, that's my kid. I told you. He'd get in, you'd hear him. But you get to tell him about how much you love them and how beautiful and how wonderful they are, and how you may feel like you were alone for all this time. In my case, 26 years. My inner child felt alone and was sad. But now, here I am. I'm here to protect you. and we're gonna get through this together, and that you are beautiful, you are loved, you are worthy of abundance, you are worthy of everything that you ever wanted in life. And after you say that to your inner self, like you're holding hands at this point, you see your inner child float up above you, and then she talks about how it just, you know, it's like sucked into you, and you like become one with your inner child after telling them all these things. You know, obviously my words don't do it justice. You know, you have to kind of experience this for yourself to like truly see the power of it. But again, I just had no idea how much pain my inner child was in. And I kid you not, like it sounds silly saying this, but like I was there. Like I could see myself as a child. Like my adult self was talking to my child self, and it was just such a beautiful, magical thing. And I now my inner child, you know, doesn't feel sad. Like he knows that I got his back, and that we're here together and we're gonna do this, and he is worthy of all the things that he ever thought he was as a child, that he was told that he couldn't have. And I'm not saying like now that I went through this experience that I don't experience any sort of you know, hardship or, you know, negative energy. Of course I do. That's part of life. But now I just feel better equipped to take on those situations. Like anything that comes at me, I just feel like I have this like this, I don't know, like this superpower that, you know, no matter what, that I can overcome this. Maybe not a superpower, but I just have like this feeling of joy or security that I can do this. And no matter what, like I'm gonna get through this. And it wasn't until after that he got out of the room, just trying to escape. It wasn't until after this experience that I was able to feel this. You know, of course, you know, there's times where you just like power through things. You're like, I can do this. But prior to this, like I would always feel like a victim. You know, like I always felt like life was happening to me. And now I have this perspective and this clarity that life isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. And that there's a learning experience in everything. And it's a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing to have hope and really feel like you can take on whatever life throws at you, and you can overcome it, and you will overcome it. Sorry, a little emotional, because I too always felt like there wasn't a light at the end of the tunnel, but now I feel like there is. And that's a lot of the reason why I was inspired to, you know, make this channel and, you know, finally make this channel and get out here and just like talk to you guys. You know, a lot of the magic happens when you embrace vulnerability. I feel like a lot of us avoid it because it's uncomfortable. But that's how you grow. That's how you see what you're made of and what you're capable of. And again, I hope I can, you know, be that person for other people so they can too feel this way and experience this. And I still have a lot to learn and a lot to grow myself. But, you know, I just, again, want everybody to know that you're not in this alone. And with me and the community that I hope to build one day, like, we'll be here for you. We'll be your backbone. We'll be those people that are here for you when you need it. It's never over till you quit. And even if you do quit, like, you can always come back. Don't ever feel like there's no point to trying anymore. I've been there and it's a shitty feeling. It sucks. But I know there's better days in front of me now, and I'm happy I didn't give up. I'm happy that I was able to have that experience, and I'm grateful for this present moment that I'm here talking in front of you guys right now. And I'm grateful for all the experiences to come. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be beautiful. Yeah, you can hear the little man yelling and slamming in the background, but yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna do great things with this channel. And I see that I am now approaching 25 minutes, going on 30. So I'll probably wrap this up soon. But yeah, I'm so happy that I actually got myself to do this. Again, I'm happy for the things to come. If this is too long of a video, if for anybody that does see it, let me know. I am kind of a talker when it comes to subjects like this. You know, it's something that I hold very close to myself because you know, I've been there. I know what it's like. So to be in the place that I am now, it's a wonderful thing. It really, really is. And all the growth to come, I'm looking forward to it. All the challenges to come, I'm looking forward to them. I got this. Got this. Yeah. But again, you know, I love you guys. You're all beautiful people. If this isn't too long, let me know too. If there's things you want to talk about, let me know. Again, I'll have my Discord in the description, excuse me. Maybe I'll do my other socials in there too. If you guys want to connect with me there. But hey, you guys are amazing. You're beautiful. And you deserve everything that you've ever wanted out of life. And we're going to attain those goals and those dreams together. Anyway, I'm out. Love y'all. Stay beautiful. Stay safe. Stay strong in these times and for all the times to come. We're going to do this together. Me and you. Us. Got this. I love y'all. Peace. Thank you so much for your continued support. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, consider checking us out on Instagram. And we're also available on Spotify, Apple Music, and Google Podcasts. Again, thank you so much. And as usual, stay beautiful, stay safe, and stay sparky. Until next time, peace.